McFarlane may almost be done with DC, but not before we get some, I don't know, pretty good Batman Returns figures. We'll talk about all of that and more tonight on Geek Dad Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Dad Live. My name is Jay, and with me back tonight, you guys took last week off. I hope you feel rested and ready for tonight. Is my good friend Quip. How are you, Quip?
I am doing well. I am rested. It's been a good, relaxing weekend. It was great taking some time off, just hanging with the family, just low key, went on a little mini vacay. But yeah, now I'm back. Happy, more quippier than ever, right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Love it. Love it. And then Gare Bears, you're back from your world travels.
Yep.
Actually, we hung out like all day yesterday.
Today. It was great. Had a wonderful time catching up.
So you really didn't have to be here. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm really excited you're here as well, Gary. And got the crew back, the full crew back tonight. And we got a lot to talk about, a lot of toy news to talk about, to dig into. But before we get into any of it, we got to say hello to the chat. The chat is hopping. As always, we've got Dan Crisp, Hawk Stop, Shelf Presence, Take Two, Slave Delea, Hung Wen, Matt Bush is here, Master Splinter, Technicolor. We add a little tech in there just to be like, hey, just set you off on the right foot here. Mr. Ryan Clark, Video Power Gaming, Alex Aro. Hey, Michael's here. Mike, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, my friend. Jack Knight is here. Smedberg, Toymanoids, Larry's Geeky World, Big Fat Charlie, Studio Eng is here. Shiny Plastic People, James Vinipole, Joey Curiel, Gray Fox, Toymanoids, Gady's Toys, Nick Dillinger is here. Flash out, Pickled Pete, Frankie, Brad Brooks in the house. Miggy in the house. That's just their name. That's perfect. Elio, Detroit Dave, Brick something is here. Luis Baerstos is here. Rabbit McGavin, Rick Jones, Rob, Boo Cat, Neil Hunter Hyde, Mecha Man Blade, William Bear, D Rock, 812,000. Pretty dope. Dave, Big Fat Charlie, and so many more. Thank you so much for everybody for hanging out tonight. Hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. So last week's episode we had Joe Nathan, as Gary calls him, or Johnny Nostalgia, Jonathan from Nostalgia Unboxed. And we the main topic was that HasLab, and I'm glad to put this one to bed because I'm kind of tired of talking. I think we're all maybe a little tired of talking about it, but it funded, it happened.
It did. And not only did it fund, but, and I don't know if this was a first, I think we chatted a little bit with Brian Brink, but as I had mentioned a few times, I was like, what's going on with the international backer? So it backed, and then I feel like it was the morning after when all of a sudden they were like, oh yeah, and by the way, you unlocked the first tier fee.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was around the 9,000s at midnight or whatever. And then, the next day, like, oh, we just found some extra orders in the back over there in Europe or something, which pushed it past the first tier Coleman Trebor. Happy for those that wanted this thing to happen and put those orders in. You're going to be getting them eventually. I'm really excited for those people. And excited to kind of move on to greener pastures. $5 super chat for Christopher Bouchard. I'm excited for just that Batman Returns Batman figure only for now. Okay.
Interesting.
We'll dig into that one for sure.
All right.
Toy Gigasaurus is here. Good to see you, Toy Gigasaurus. Paul Gallant, your topic is one of my favorite all-time movies tonight, and I'm at the Emmys having FOMO. I'm so sorry, Paul. You had a choice, my friend.
Yeah.
I feel like he made the right one, though.
Yeah, I'm having FOMO not being at the Emmys.
We're way cooler than the Emmys. Way cooler than the Emmys. Said no one ever. But we'll catch you on the replay, Paul. We'll catch you on the replay. Jay tired of talking about Star Wars, and he said when fun I didn't say it wasn't fun, Ryan Dolers. Okay, so don't even start with me. Speaking of which, Ryan Dole, my favorite human beings on the planet, and I joined his kind of solo toy anxiety stream on Sunday. We dove in to those Marvel Legends figure stuff. We'll talk about them today too, but if you want a more deeper dive, that's what she said. Go check out that toy anxiety episode from Tuesday if you haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, let's know if Andor wins anything. I want Andor to win everything. But anywho, all right, that's that. Geek Dad Shmemmies. All right, let's jump into these McFarlane figures. You know, it was funny. So the show, the after show tonight, Geek Dead Life After Dark. One of the main things is Gary and I went to John's shop yesterday. I got to see John.
Hey.
So there's John right there. And one, I miss that man so much, and I really do need to go to, like, it's just, we chatted for like 5 hours, Gary. We're there just like talking for 5 hours.
That's awesome.
But in it or during it, just kind of getting the perspective of like the toy industry from his toy shop and like toy orders and all of that kind of stuff. And I asked the question of, you know, do you see orders winding down on McFarlane because, you know, they're losing the license? Because, like, just, you know, putting on my critical thing here, like, you know, collectors might be saying, yeah, I'm not going to commit because I know Mattel's on the horizon. Right.
Yeah.
And and it was John kind of shocked me. He's like, no, people are actually still buying them. Like, there's peg warmers because there's too many Batmans or whatever, but there's some figures that are really popular that sell really well. And you know, he's from at least his customer base. A lot of them are saying they don't want them to give it up because they're finally starting to get good or what have you.
Yeah, I mean, he really has kind of turned up the gas as of late, particularly with you know, these deluxe theatrical editions. We talked a little bit about the theatrical edition Superman 2025 figures, that those looked great. Even that wave, I know the wave was a little controversial. Some people didn't like movies slipping into the superpowers line, but I thought they were fun. I thought they were cool. That Mr. Terrific is well named. It is terrific, and along with the T-shape, or the T-ship. Sorry, wait, T-craft. There we go.
T-craft.
Yeah, correct me in the comments in the chat. Oh, how did he not know? Anyways, woof. But no, McFarlane really is kind of stepping up their game, and I don't know if it is. I know there's been some rumblings as far as, even if he's losing the DC license, which sounds like it's going to be like mid 2026 is when he's supposed to officially be done.
So what it's kind of fuzzy is he can make things through the end of the year.
Okay.
But that stuff can get released into 2026.
Okay.
So he's got, I don't know exactly what he has to make, whether it's like the renders or they have to at least be starting to be manufactured in the factories or whatever.
Okay.
But that doesn't cut off till then, but he can still release stuff into 2026.
So a little bit of a transition period, a phasing out, if you will.
Exactly. And Mattel, they can't do anything until January 1st, 2026. So there's you know, if we're expecting January 1 new Mattel DC figures on the shelves, no, that's not going to happen. It's going to take them a while to ramp up, and then, you know, McFarlane a while to kind of ramp down, and they'll kind of be ships passing in the night a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense. But I have heard rumblings where Todd is still hopeful that he'll be able to keep at least the Batman stuff, even if the rest of I don't even know how that works. Yeah, so he can keep making all the Batmans. I don't know. We'll see. But you could kind of see where, I mean, him stepping the game up. He's not letting off. He's not in cruise control. He has not given up. I was about to give the Independence Day speech of he has not gone into that dark night, right? Hey, I didn't even do that. Was a good pun. But no, he is doing great things with Batman, and here's just another example.
I would say yes. I would say yes. I have some minor gripes, but there's the standard McFarlane minor gripes. Gare Bears, what's your thoughts on? Because I know you're more of a Forever and Robin style.
And
Schumacher
and
verse.
Robin.
We are
Yeah.
both kindred spirits as far as Schumacher is the better. But go ahead, Gary.
But what's your thoughts on this old Returns Batman here?
Well, look, I mean, of the Burton films, Returns is my favorite, and I think that this figure looks incredible. I wasn't a fan of the previous Keaton Batman, but I think that this one just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say I love the grappling gun, which is something that has been missing from McFarlane for a long time. He can actually do guns again, so like that's sort of a plus for future releases.
Yeah, got senioritis. He can just do whatever he wants now. Like, what are they gonna do? Take away the license?
Right, exactly.
That's a good call out, though. I hadn't even realized that he hadn't done a grappling gun earlier in the line. But I mean, that is absolutely critical to the Keaton bats, at least I feel.
Yeah.
Well, to me, I think the big difference here is from the other Keaton bats is that I mean, it still looks articulated, but it looks far more accurate to the the having to move the whole body to move the head kind of thing, the bat turn, because the rubber neck doesn't move. So I think it looks, the silhouette of the head here and the cowl looks way better than that kind of first take, that first pass on Keaton bats. For me, I'm Keaton bats all the way. Batmania of '89 was just such a huge pivotal moment for myself as a kid, and then Batman Returns, again, just still remember. I remember seeing both movies in the theaters, but I especially remember seeing Batman Returns in theaters, and it was amazing. It was amazing. But I got bone to picks about this sculpt.
Oh,
I got bones.
As every toy collector does, right? We're never satisfied.
And yes, the Returns Catwoman, that was a sexual awakening for a lot of us in the early 90s. It depends. Why we gotta still be pinning it up?
That's a good call. I didn't even notice the pins. I was paying attention to, as you were talking about the cowl articulation, because I know the previous Keaton bats, there was a cut at like the jawline, which is naturally where a lot of them are. But here, it looks like it might actually be at the shoulders, kind of like right there at the clavicle. Like if you look at where there's a part in the cowl, which is a good place for it to be. I mean, you're not going to have the whole cowl. You want a little bit of stiffness to bring out the Keaton Batman, but you don't want to really have to, turn the whole upper torso. So
that I don't dig.
Yeah.
You don't like that. You wanted it to be more seamless.
No. I'm sorry. I jumped back to this thing.
Okay, sorry.
To jump back to your thing.
Yeah.
No, I think this is better. I do think it's better. But I do have some issues with it.
Okay.
But it's more on the paint. I think the Keaton face here looks fine. I think it's just the neck's a little too thick, maybe. Somebody said in the chat, it's a little too Clooney.
I could see a little bit of Clooney there. Yeah.
I love this, Ryan Dole. I co-sign that. Returns, I am so straight forever. So good.
Good.
Truer words, man.
So good. But anyways, it's the pins annoy me. The McFarlane diaper, and sorry, my camera's been on the fritz. It keeps going fuzzy.
Yeah, when you first started talking about Returns and seeing it as a kid, I thought like your camera did a little bit of fuzziness, and I was like, "Ooh, flashback!" Like, are you getting steamed up thinking about Catwoman? Like, what's happening over there?
But the diaper, the McFarlane diaper, like, can we not? It's the like. Things get better, right? These have gotten better, but there's just some things like, dude, you've had 5 years to fix this, and you still haven't. And so you got some really good stuff here, but that's a miss. And then the ab articulation, again, it's just he has this primitive ab articulation. It's not as bad as the
Gambit, again, 97 basketball Gambit, yeah.
But it leaves a bit to be desired. But at least posed in this very posed promo picture, I think he looks really good and better than the previous King Bats.
So can I ask a question then?
Sure.
And this isn't to put you on the spot or kind of, like poke you, but
Yeah,
what do you suggest? What could they do differently to capture the likeness of the bat crotch better, in your opinion? Right, as far as the articulation for the diaper, because here it doesn't really bother me. I mean, Gary, what does it bug you, or where would either of you suggest, or what would either of you suggest that they do in order to improve upon the McFarlane diaper?
I don't know what they could do really, because it is such a what?
I have an answer, but go ahead, Gary.
No, you go. You go.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to have your moment in the sun.
This is not a moment in the sun. This is just a moment of me trying to find the
zoom
words.
in on this crotch of an action film.
Yeah, exactly.
Peak entertainment.
I don't know. Like
this is never the Emmys for this.
This has never bothered me as much as it has you, which is why I say go. Answer.
Okay. Well, because to me, it doesn't super bother me, but it does break up some. I'm gonna get to the Catwoman in a second, and again, I don't think this is as bad because it's so tight,
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. But I just think the way you improve it is just like you actually build a crotch and you don't just use a little piece of rubber plastic to kind of cover up the leg, thigh, waist articulation. It's kind of a half-ass cover up in place of actually just building out a real crotch, which it's probably a tooling thing or something like that. But I think and the belt helps kind of cover up the top. The thing that I think really makes the diapers really annoying, where you just have like the top of these diaper shorts.
Yeah.
So the belt helps there, but if it's uneven and it doesn't sit right, it could look kind of clunky.
Okay.
Fair, shining plastic people. But I just feel like McFarlane's always a little bit clunky. But let's keep moving on here.
Yeah.
Let's go to one I don't think looks as good.
It looks better than the render. I have seen it compared to the render that was originally revealed, and I will say that face likeness. Does it come with multiple face plates potential? I know there's been theory about that, particularly because it's a deluxe edition.
Yeah.
But the soft goods look great here. That jacket looks good. I was actually looking at the vest. It looks like the vest is more sculpted underneath there. I think this is a solid penguin. Again, once you bring into perspective the price point for McFarlane, I don't think this looks half bad, but maybe I'm just kind of giving them too much leeway. It's always sunny in Gotham. But this is good. I have no notes, but again, Jay, you've already kind of led.
I'm not going to be the complainer McGee, the Debbie Downer of the bunch here. So Gary, you go, then I'll be the Debbie Downer.
Okay, so I mean, I think the face is a little weird. I do hope that there are multiple face plates that would save this figure for me. I'm with Quip on the cloth goods; like they look really good. I want to see what he looks like without the coat. Like I want to see how his hair looks and everything around that. And I'm also curious if the hat is removable. I'm assuming so, but yeah, it's fine. It's not my favorite of the line, but it's fine.
I just think it's so the makeup is it's too washed out, and I'm seeing people in the chat say, it looks a lot like him from the movie. I'm trying to find like a good kind of close-up picture.
Like
in some of the ones where it's like really washed out, I think it kind of could fit in there. Let me see if I can just plus it in real quick.
That's a good one by Easy.
What is it? No.
Not a lot of mirrors in the sewer, huh?
That's from who said that? That was a Max Shrek joke. So like these promo pictures, it kind of
okay,
but that's not a movie shot. There's a little more subtlety and a little. It's not as like almost clown makeup as the
I see what you're saying. There's a more there particularly when he was like on stage for mayor, didn't they try and make him more flesh-like? Like
I think so.
When he's underground, he's gross.
Yeah, he's like salad.
Yeah, penguin. So I don't know. I think there's just more subtlety You know, there's just a little. There's a little more, not to say that, I mean, it's not accurate, but warmth to the flesh tone,
Little
even though it's
bit, yeah, I
very
could see
pale,
that.
obviously. But
Yeah,
there's just a little more depth to it that I just don't think is present here. This just looks like caked on makeup.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's sort of a Joker penguin. But is this the first time we've gotten an action figure with DeVito's likeness? Because we know the Batman Returns toy from the
Correct.
90s was not.
That one did not, but Mattel did give us a DeVito-esque
In
penguin.
the multiverse.
In the
line,
the
right?
smaller one. It wasn't like
Yeah.
the 6-inch scale line, unfortunately, but it was in that smaller multiverse logo.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
those were
NECA did a pretty good job with their penguin figures. And
Sure.
then we're also on the heels of Jazz Inc. But again, those are different price points. For
Yeah.
this price point, that
Mhm.
McFarlane Deluxe Theatrical Edition figures are coming out.
Mhm.
I'd say it's a B+ for this figure.
I would say C-. Still passes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true. It
A
gets
couple
it.
great chats, so I do want to call out. I was their number 1 son, but McFarlane treated me like number 2. And another great one. Could be worse. His nose could be gushing blood.
I wonder if they do an alternate head, if they do the bloody
Mhm.
chin.
Oh, yeah, good call.
And the thing, I just hope they get the scale right here, because Danny DeVito, famously, short king. I think he's like, what, 4'9" or something. So I hope
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
Danny
realize
DeVito's famously short.
that. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I think it's okay. All right, next one, the one we've been begging for, longing for,
Mhm.
and worried that how could you not do this yet, McFarlane? We know you hate women figures, you hate women action figure toys on shelves because it creates serial killers or whatever the hell wild shit you said. But here we are, finally got ourselves a Michelle Pfeiffer, that hot gold. No, is it Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold?
White
That's what
gold.
it is. I prefer the kind of more broken suit a little bit further along in the movie look, but still pretty solid. A little porcelain doll-esque in the face. Again, the paint's a little too much here. And again, if you notice, she got a diaper, but it's kind of hidden under the corset, and the way they're posing this, you don't really see it in its entirety. But pretty solid Pfeiffer Catwoman. Gary, why don't you get first pass on thoughts on this?
Yeah, I love the way that the suit looks. I love how reflective it is, almost as if it's actually latex.
Yep.
I do agree she looks a little porcelain doll. My hope was that we would get alternate heads, but if they're just doing face plates, there's no way that they're going to do the, half revealed face or even just a straight up Michelle Pfeiffer face. So, but I don't know. I think it looks really great, and I love the addition of the whip to it.
Oh, gotta have the whip.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, no, this figure looks great. I don't know enough about the manufacturing process. I feel like the skin might look shiny just because of the shiny clear coat that you're applying to everything else to make it look more latex. So that's an unfortunate drawback. But again, while it is a nitpick, overall the likeness is definitely there beneath the cowl that she's wearing, and it'll be interesting to see if we do get a battle damaged one down the line, because I do feel like that is an iconic look, if not the iconic look, where in the battle scene in the sewer where it is kind of like half face out and everything. And if we might even get like a wave 2 of these, or maybe chase variants of these for the battle damaged Catwoman and Batman, because that would be pretty cool.
I'd love to see it. And one thing I meant to mention is that, like, one thing that's very captivating about her in the movie is her eyes. And I feel like they do a really good job capturing that in this toy. Like, the color of her iris and everything is great. All right. Why do you hate it, Jay?
No, actually, I like it too. I think it looks pretty damn good. I think it's a little too glossy on the skin, but I to what you've already said, I think it's you got to make that kind of shiny latex suit. And you would need to, probably have a different, like have a face, a different plastic painted face underneath the mask, which is probably a little bit too much. But to, I think, both of y'all's points, there's going to be variants. It's McFarlane. He's going to milk this tooling dry. So I'm sure we're going to get battle damage variants with 3 different head sculpts. That'll be 3 different figures I have to buy. So buying it 3 different times. So I think if you want if you like this look, great. If you want different ones, I can almost guarantee we're gonna get those as well. Surround Games, she'll be sold out first. Anyone who believes he hates women figures got trolled. McFarlane is making bank on female figures. All I would say, Saron, is check out the Superpowers line. And get back
I think it is specifically superpowers. He has been known to make some great women characters in the
but even still, they're usually
scale,
short
multiverse.
packed, or there's maybe 1 per wave, and he's gotten better in this line and giving us female figures. But
superpowers is still lacking, and that's really where people want to see a lot of the classic, DC get-ups. So.
But they do sell. They always sell.
Yeah.
Ryan Dole, if Todd makes a deep dive or Arctic Blast repaints, then I'll get him.
He's kind of legally obligated to get the Arctic Blast repaints as a Canadian. Anything for the snow is when Batman goes on missions from Gotham up to Canada.
That's his official Canadian figure, according to Ryan Dole.
It's official.
Let's see, what's the PO date on these? What is it, September something?
September 19th is when these will be available.
It's Friday.
Yep, it is Friday, and there's one more figure in the lineup.
Yes,
that is only going to be available at a specific retailer. So this Max Shrek, initially, if you look there at the little logo, it's got the red label, Platinum Edition.
Maybe.
Max Shrek is initially only going to be available for pre-order at GameStop, but then he'll be available in person at Walmart and at Target. And I don't know if they'll eventually also be available online, but if you really are clamoring to try and snatch these up on the 19th date for the pre-order, this is going to be available at GameStop, the Max Shrek figure.
And honestly, the GameStop, at least as far as for my friends that buy from GameStop, they usually show up there. Like, it's usually not too difficult of a quest.
Their pre-order system is good, but just finding them in the wild at GameStop is not necessarily the easiest thing.
There's less GameStops. The one that was at Briar Creek closed, so
yep.
I gotta go to Crabtree Valley Mall now. But hey, I mean, I don't know how many Max figures we have gotten ever.
Yeah. Could this be the first?
The first Max Shrek?
Seems unlikely, but
we didn't get him in Kenner.
Yeah.
Mattel didn't get to him. So this maybe, is this the first?
This might be the first. This might be the first. And nothing against this figure. This figure looks great and fun. Hey, Gady's Toys would know. He finds all the obscure figures that are like missing from line. So I trust Andrew.
Yeah. I don't think it's great, by the way. But tell me why you think it's great, Quip.
Well, what I was actually thinking was just potential for a different figure. Like if you take this head off, you'd have to do a little bit of paint on the face and maybe put it on the head of the NECA Professor Perry, and you kind of get his character from Severance. That's just what I was like. You could kind of use this.
Severance, spoiler alert.
You didn't realize that Christopher Walken was in Severance?
I haven't seen Severance.
Oh, yeah, he's in there. I'm not saying anything about his character. It's just he's an actor that shows up.
A downer, and I just am not in the mood. We did just finish Wednesday, though. Really dug Wednesday, season 2.
Okay, I haven't watched Wednesday.
We just started The Paper.
Ooh, I have seen that. I don't know if it's like the spiritual successor to The Office. I've seen where Oscar like shows up.
It's a literal successor to The Office.
Okay, all right, cool.
Not even spiritual.
It's really good though. It's really good.
Okay.
I will watch Severance. Okay, like this is what happens.
It's good.
This is what happens
really
when you
good.
don't watch a show everybody loves. But I will get to it. I'm an existential person anyway, and so I just don't want to like add on to that.
But as far as this particular figure goes, not
Mhm.
piecing it out to make other customs, I find little to complain about. Like, if you go back up, it's a solid suit wearing figure. I mean, if you paint, I mean, this is very, very Tim Burton, just the costume design with those stripes. Maybe the eye makeup is a little dark, but it could also be the lighting where the shadows are like over his brow. So I have no complaints, but again, I'm more of a fan of the Schumacher verse. So as a Burton Batman fan, you're gonna be a little more particular about these figures. So I digress. I will yield the floor to the gentleman from North Carolina.
Well, which one? We got two here.
Either one. Gary, what are you thinking?
I feel about the same way you do. I really like the coat. And I think all of these will be made or broken by more photos for me, because these are the glossy test shots. They look great. Of course, they're standing in ways that make them look, you don't see the flaws. I'll be curious to see how this looks just in a box. And I do think it'll look great with, the other movie figures that I have, and I will buy all 4 of these because I have sucker written across my forehead. But I think it looks good. It's a nice likeness of Walken, and
That's where I disagree. That's what I don't like about this figure. I just don't think it's a very good Walken.
I mean, it's a younger Walken. But...
Whoa, but he wasn't that young in 1991.
No.
What? You don't think that's a good Christopher Walken?
Who does it sound like?
I'm walking here. I'm walking.
Sounds like you have a cold. Like, I'm not getting Walken. Like, I can.
Whoa, I don't know what you're saying. This is Christopher Walken.
All right, now you're going into Andrew Dice Clay.
That impression is about as good as this likeness of Christopher Walken. Okay?
Oh, wow. That was very meta of you.
Yeah. I can do like one word as Walken, but I can't do sentences. Wow.
That was even a good one.
No, it wasn't. I can do a handful.
Wow.
Thank you, Dole. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's fine. It's the first Max Shrek figure, so the bar is low because there's nothing else to compare it to. So
it's the best one out.
That's true.
I got a fever. The only God, I don't know.
That one you're getting close. Like that one, it was there. Like you're in and out. I think if you practice,
yeah, if I put some work into it,
yeah.
Just watch the live action Jungle Book and sing along, and you'll pick it up.
He was the
Louie,
right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to be like you.
Ooh.
Such a downgrade from Louis Prima.
Should have stayed mint in box.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Brink, this hurts. This happens all. Wowie, wow. Walken was the same age in this movie that I am now.
It's like it's getting weird there. Because there are certain words that you hit intonations that are solid, and then it's like you get it and you're grooving, and then you lose it, and then it comes back. So it's
I'll work on it.
Yeah, workshop.
We've lost Katie's toys, and that's when we know we've gone too far. All right. Let's final thoughts. I do want the Catwoman, but I don't know. Maybe. I think solid offering, better than what he's been doing. He is improving with the time that he has left.
Yeah, I'm getting all of these, regardless of how I feel about them. I'm getting them. So
okay, there you go.
And of the line, Catwoman, I feel like is the star of the 4 that have been revealed so far. We could get more faceplates. We could get more pictures, as Gary kind of alluded to. We need to see a little bit more. But of what we've seen so far, I think Catwoman is the front runner, is the standout figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, you've gotten all of the Batman waves so far, right?
I have, yeah.
You gotta get it. You got it.
And I'll do 89 if he gets to it. We'll see what happens.
No, I love it. I love it. Let's talk about these Simpsons figures. They're starting to get to some deep cuts here.
Yeah,
They are.
For the Jack's Specific or Jack's Pacific toy makers. And they've got the sexy Ned Flanders in the skin tight ski suit.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Yeah, exactly. We've got Ralph. I'm in danger. That wasn't a very good one.
I need an adult.
Yeah, I need an adult. Mr. Burns, and then Homer. What's this Homer? The hoagie eating Homer?
Yeah, this is where Homer gets sick from eating an expired sandwich, and he starts to blame the sandwich, but then cradles it and says, "I can't blame you, sandwich," which is a quote that is often stated in our house for no real reason. So, yeah, this wave is a win for me. And I think in a way it's sort of the perfect wave because you get two figures that have never been done before, as well as two iconic Simpsons characters. And for me, Stupid Sexy Flanders, Hoagie Homer, as I call him, and Ralph, those are three home runs. If it were the perfect wave for me, that would have been Rod and Todd instead of Mr. Burns. But yeah, that's pretty much. I love it. I'm all in on this, except I never find these damn things. So
yeah, GameStop is a good place to find these. Like that, I've gone into GameStop a few times and seen like entire waves just up in my area. Most people are hunting like Target, but yeah, don't sleep on GameStop. I've seen a lot of people in the toy discords also find these. Like, hey, I was just going to GameStop for something and just stumbled upon them. So
nice.
When you're going there to hunt for other I don't know if you're going to pre-order or if you're going to get your Batman Returns figures from GameStop in person, but yeah, just keep an eye out for these Simpsons figures.
Well, there you go. I feel like I see him at the Target close to me, Gary, but I guess I'm not paying that much close attention to them because I'm not collecting them.
I rarely see the new ones. Like I might once in a while and then they're gone. And honestly, I'm really glad I'm not in on this line because it would be driving me nuts trying to find these things.
Yeah.
But if I see any of these, I will probably pick them up.
Now, I mean, to me, it's like I'm in it for the memes. So, the figures that represent that, like the sexy Ned Flanders, I'm in. Mm-hmm. Even though I just feel like his butt's not big enough. Like, I don't know.
That was a little, and maybe it's the posing. Maybe they didn't bend the knees enough here just for this particular shot. But no, his butt's not big enough for the meme.
Exactly. We could add a butt attachment to like just fully recreate the meme.
Maybe it would have been a little too hard to balance if they put that much back there. You got to think about that.
So, it's fair.
Need more.
It's fair. Ryan Dole, I'm here for the first 10 seasons. How many is it? 35 seasons of this show?
Something like that.
I'm not sure. It's been on for an absurd amount of time. Like it's not saying that it shouldn't be on. Some seasons are better than others, right? But
but I'm with Dole. I agree. First 10 seasons are probably the best.
Of course.
Okay. I will say. So you already mentioned Flanders' backside. Ralph Wiggum's hair. I said this in the YHS toy discord when somebody else shared finding the 2.5 one, but I feel like Ralph's hair is kind of like the Kurt Russell's likeness of Simpsons toy lines, where it's always just like off. It's never like this. Honestly, doesn't look that bad, but it still doesn't look good.
Yeah. I agree.
I think the overall figure, like the face is great. And that's the interesting thing about them taking these 2D figures and 2D characters and making them 3D. So the hair slightly off with Ralph, and there's something about Burns's proportions, like with his head. I'd have to see a little bit more like side profile, like what's going on there. Yeah, like it's some of these likenesses for the Simpsons line, like these figures come to life and they look fantastic. And then other ones, it's a little touch and go. The Homer though, solid reuse, and I do want to applaud Jack's They learned from Super 7's mistake. First couple waves, it was like main family members, regular edition. You got Homer, you got Bart, you got Lisa, and then they gave us Marge and Maggie in the 2-pack. Now we get a bunch of the reuse, right? And even along the way, you got a little bit of reuse. Like I think Bartman came out before Maggie and Marge, and then they're kind of doing a couple of other variants with Bart too. But now we're getting some variants with Homer, and there have been other variants with the deluxe figures. But this is how you do it, right? So here you get 2 meme figures, which is perfect because you're gonna get a couple of like people that.
Yeah, you don't care. Like me, I'd be like, I want that figure.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not deep into Simpsons, but oh, that's a funny meme. Or maybe you are deep into the Simpsons and you have so many other figures that you don't want to re-explore it, except for, oh, this meme wasn't made and that meme wasn't made. So it's like Super 7 wanted to start with the figures, even though it was a completely different scale of figures that weren't previously made in Simpsons lines. But it was a weird decision because it didn't scale with like the Playmates, I forget the actual name of the line. Playmates, like Springfield, World of Springfield line. Thank you, Gary. Yeah. It didn't scale. So, but these, they kind of still work with those play sets. You can kind of fill in gaps. That's solid reuse of Homer, and I'm excited to see more to come from these figures. Me personally, I grabbed those 4 main figures, dipped in, dipped out. The only thing I doubled back for is I've got a red shirt or an orange shirt Bart and a blue shirt Bart, just in case I want to, do the homage to the cartoon or the video games and advertising. But other than that, unless something really comes out and wows me, maybe a couple of crusty variants could be fun. I think I'm done. I think I'm good with the line, but I appreciate it from afar, and it's exciting to see Jax. This line is growing, thriving. We're getting good figures.
Yep. I mean, so far I only have Bartman in this line, and I have one of the 2-inch Scratchy, and I can't find Itchy, and it's driving me crazy. So
it's a problem. It's a problem.
It is.
5 and Below has those 2.5-inch figures. A couple people said in the chat that they can never find the tiny ones. I see the tiny ones more than the 5-inch ones or 4-inch at my line or at my targets. But if you go to 5 Below, they have a lot of the smaller ones. So that's a great place to go there.
There you go. All right, let's keep moving on here to something that I've been curious. Are we saying, is it Blokees or Blokkies?
Blokkies.
I say Blokkies. That's probably wrong though.
I feel like it's Blokkies.
That makes sense. Like Blokkies would make sense
because you build them like blocks. Like
no, but they're not really blocks. So anyway, I've been Blocky curious for a little while now. And spoiler alert, I recently bought a set of these. The Soundwave. I bought the Soundwave.
Ooh, nice.
And because somebody who's in this stream right now said it's easy. It's like Legos, but even easier than Legos.
I didn't say that.
Literally what you said to me.
I would never say that. It's
what you said.
Not easy.
And then I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. Yeah, why not? It could be fun to like build. The Soundwave looks really cool. I just done a show with Dan Larson. He was showing off his Soundwave, Blocky Soundwave.
Yes.
And so I was like, so I got this Soundwave. And so we're watching TV today. I was like, this is perfect. I love like multi, hyper focusing. So like watching a show while also doing something. So let me break out this little Blocky Soundwave. I've only not gotten the torso and the head done on this thing. It took like an hour just to get to there. It's too hard, Gary. I'm not smart enough. It's not as easy as Legos.
Legos Jay. Never entered the chat, Jay. I never.
They did.
Repeat after me, Jay.
What?
We can do hard things.
No, I can do it. It's just like I want it to be like a chill, casual experience.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely leans more towards like the professional model kit than a brick built thing. So,
and it is easier than a model kit. Yeah, I will give it that. Okay, it is easier than a model kit. Not that much easier though. So anyway, I've not finished it yet. It's coming along. Like I'm not. It's gonna look nice, but it's just not as casual as I was hoping for. I was kind of looking for like just hey, just chill, put something together, kind of like a Lego set is. But maybe I'm just more in tune with doing Legos than popping out little pieces and putting them together.
Experience, but I believe in you, Jay. You've got this.
And the thing is, I'm great with IKEA furniture and putting stuff together. But as I'm in my 40s now, I just don't want to. I don't want to do Allen wrench shit. You know what I mean? I just want to just have a good time. Just have a good time. Anyway, so there's this new Blokkies Superman, new Superman film style Superman, and yeah, I kind of the stuff at least I've seen, and what I have so far of the Transformers line, which again is just the middle section and the head of Soundwave. It's really does look really good. It does look really good. But you got to put the work in. And I think this Superman looks like a lot of fun. Gare Bears, you're the reason why I've dipped my toes into the Blocky verse, so it's your fault.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Superman?
I think it looks easier than Lego. No, I think I think it looks really cool. Like I've been into the Transformers, not the smallest versions of them and not the large ones like you've done, but or you are doing.
It's like Legos, just put it together.
But the little like 3-inch tall Transformers are super fun to put together. Your fingers do hurt like hell after trying,
You didn't say that either yesterday.
Well, you didn't ask.
You should have told me. I was sitting there, just putting myself out there.
I
thought you were my friend.
In my defense, I've never put together one of the large size ones, so I didn't know how difficult.
Again, it's not that bad. It's really not that. It's a snap model kit.
Yeah.
Honestly, the tough part is just like you have all these, sprues of little plastic parts.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the directions like, okay, you need B127 and you need C238 and F12. And then you got to like go and you got to search for these things and then pop them off. And it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of searching around.
Yeah. However, this will likely be the first like larger sized item that I do. Not only do we get Superman, we get his trusty dog Crypto, which somebody, or is he trusty? Which somebody called out in the comments that you need a Crypto. So there you go. Yeah. We only have these 3 images, but I think the likeness of David Cornsweet looks incredible. So I'm all in on this. I'm curious to see what the price point on it will be, though.
What's the thing that at least I found fascinating is the price seemed pretty good for what I paid for it. So, and this Crypto looks better than the Hot Toys Crypto.
And it moves.
Quip, this is probably like the most anti-toy for you ever in that it doesn't exist. Like it's like a Schrodinger's action figure. Because you don't like opening.
It's true. It's not a windowed figure, but
it's not assembled. It's not assembled in the box, so it's literally just a bunch of parts. So does this vibe with you at all?
It does. This is actually one of the better likenesses, if not the best likeness that I've seen. That's not like Hot Toys. Caliber. Like this is a great looking, as you mentioned, Cornsweet likeness. And then I really like the Crypto that goes along with it. I think I included another link too, just in case anyone's curious to see how it scales with the other figures. Yeah, size comparison if you look there. So there in the middle is about the size you can expect this Blokees figure to come with. And
this is next to a McFarlane and a SH Figure Arts? No, those are smaller. What is this one to the right?
I'm not sure which one that is.
This one's definitely McFarlane.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's actually like a true 6-inch, or maybe like a 5.5, which I kind of vibe with more.
Yeah.
Than the 7-inch.
Yeah. Yeah, these things are highly posable, and it looks like this figure is the same way. So
in art, okay.
I think
it's a little pricier, but
I think this will be the best, like point of articulation figure you can get at this scale.
And you know what this one has that the McFarlane doesn't have? or I should say the opposite. It doesn't have something that this one has.
What's that?
Pins. No pins. It's all internal.
Ooh,
That's true.
Good point. Okay.
So it's got that going for it, which is nice. But yeah, no, these are fun. Again, we'll see. Jury's still out on my Blokkies experience. I'm working on the sound wave. Once it's done, I feel like I'll have a greater appreciation. And maybe if I'm just maybe do it earlier in the day, I have more focus in my mind to give than kind of end of the day. It's not a end of the day chill activity that I was hoping for.
No, it's definitely not that.
But anyway, still pretty darn cool. Okay, we're gonna shift before we get to Marvel Legends. I do want to talk about this.
Nice.
I know we're not like a video gaming channel, but I just feel like this is such a iconic thing from our youth, and an iconic failure from our youth.
Yeah.
And I love the absurdity of it. I love that Nintendo is bringing back the Virtual Boy. And we've talked about it on this show, right? Or maybe it was an After Dark we talked about it. But
I'm sure it's come up.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, if anyone's have never used it, it was what 95. It was supposed to be like the next console / I don't know, it was the console, and you could play these kind of virtual reality games, but it was all in red and black, like it was red line art, which again, red causes migraines.
Yeah.
As just a color, and that's all you had, and you couldn't. It didn't actually like strap onto your face. It just had a little stand. You had to kind of lean over into it, and then you had this weird ass controller. I still remember the first time I played it at UTC Mall in San Diego, KB Toy Store. They had one set up, and I used it. And I was like, even my young brain that liked everything was like, this is stupid. Why would anyone buy this? And that was that, and didn't go very far. Quip, how about you? Did you get to play with the Virtual Boy back in the day? Have you ever?
Did.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I too remember where I was when I first played it. It was at a Navy exchange. This is when our parents didn't watch us all the time. They would kind of go off and do their own thing, and then when we were children, would go off to the different video game console stations, right, or the display stations, whether it was Genesis, NES. They had a Virtual Boy, sorry, which was fun. I remember playing it. I had a friend who had a Virtual Boy too, that whenever I'd go over to his house,
actually owned one of these.
That's
wild.
Yeah. So we'd play it a bunch of times. One of the best things about playing it is that, after you play for a while and then you stop playing it, you could still play it because the images are burned onto your retinas. So you just close your eyes and pretend like you're still playing. It's loads of fun. It's great. I am excited about this just for the nostalgia, because this was right around the time when I think some of the Toxic Crusaders that were still like at the Navy Exchange, at least where we were at, were like getting on deep discount. So I had picked up a couple of them. So it's a contemporary to Toxic Crusaders, even though I know it was a little bit after the line was originally like hitting the shelves.
Okay.
So yeah, for me, I mean, initially I shared this and I was like, I can't believe this is coming out, like in our little group chat. And I said, as you had mentioned already with the migraines, probably a good idea to buy stock in whatever company makes Excedrin, because the sales are about to shoot through the roof as soon as this
gonna
comes
buy
out.
this? I guess is my question. Like, it's $100.
I'm buying it, and the cool thing is too that they're offering the plastic, but if you want to be more environmentally conscious, they're also offering a cardboard option, which I'm interested to kind of see. I mean, it's not awful. I'm gonna spring for the plastic peripheral.
Yeah.
Because of all the people that are ruining the future for our children, me buying a Virtual Boy is probably at the bottom of the list. But it's cool, and it's just a great and fun idea. It doesn't look like it'd take up too much space. I love that you actually just take off the handles, kind of put them like together on the bottom, and then you slide your Switch inside it. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna sell quick, because as far as peripherals go, $100 is, I mean, it's not that much.
No, but you have to be a Nintendo Online
Which I am.
Remember.
I mean, if you have the Switch,
Wow.
and if you play like Mario Kart, like the different games where they offer the bonus levels, things like that. So we have the online experience. This is
Well,
an
I don't.
expansion pack.
Apparently, I gotta
So
do that. Yeah.
get it, buddy.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can even do like a family membership package and go halvesies with Gary, or I think you can get up to
Gary
like.
already has it apparently. So.
Oh, so talk to Gary about upgrading it to a family membership. You guys can go halvesies or split it 4 ways.
I'm on
Like,
someone
you can get
else's family plan.
Oh, so
It's really worth it because I don't pay for it.
well, there you go. Yeah, I have a family plan because when my daughter and my nieces all got Switches around the same time, like it was like the same
Sure.
Christmas.
No,
so I was
I
like,
had it.
you know what?
Yeah.
As the cool uncle, I'll just go ahead and buy everybody's membership. So I've got it for all the kiddos.
I had it for a while when Super Smash Ultimate came out because I played online.
Okay.
But I haven't done it in a while. Anyways, I do think I want to get into it just because it would be fun. It would be fun, but it's $100 for like a gimmick that I probably won't play all that often. But I feel like it's a missed opportunity because the original controller was not a Switch controller; it was a weird ass controller. It's like also throwing the controller here too.
Sure.
But and I'm not missing out on retro consoles because I have all the retro consoles. I have the one I don't have is Super Nintendo, but I have N64. I dug out my Dreamcast out of the garage and it still works. I plugged that up.
Do you have memory cards for your Dreamcast?
Oh yeah, I still got VMUs, baby. I got VMUs. I got
VMUs for days.
So yeah, no, I've got retro consoles and games. But I get it. I get, the convenience of it just all being on the online. But the problem is that online shop, they don't always have all the games I want. So
Right, but I think that's where this system wins, right? Like because they are releasing all 14 of the games that were released in the US. I don't know why they wouldn't just go a little further because there were only 22 games released overall and just release those as well. But I think the fact that we are getting all 14, this is the only Wario platformer I've never been able to play. So like I'll get it just for that.
Yeah.
And the gimmick, like it'll look cool sitting somewhere. And
it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
It's very 90s.
does.
Very 90s.
Yeah. I think I'll probably pick it up. And I want the actual version. I don't want the cardboard.
Yeah, I think I want the
I
actual.
gotta
If
go.
I'm gonna spring for it, I'm gonna spring for it.
$25 like the real deal. I got a Dreamcast. I got VMUs. It sounds like you're selling something on me. You got any VMUs back there?
So Gary, is the Wario World the title that you're most looking forward to?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because my friend had one of these, and I mean he still has it, but for some reason it just stopped working, as I think they want to do. And I played the Mario game that's on there, which would be my other point of interest, but I wouldn't mind playing it some more though. So
yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm most looking forward to the Wario World game as well as the Mario Tennis game.
Yeah,
that was the one I played. Mario Tennis and the whatever boxing game was. That's what they had at the KB Toys. All right, there's your Virtual Boy. Let's talk about this. So
if you want to read it in English, you can go up to the top. It's right next to the search magnifying glass. It says
I speak perfect
Deutsche?
German. Okay.
Okay. All
Or
right.
Deutsch.
You can change that to English. Though,
let's hear it.
if you want.
Wir hatten niemals erwartet, was für eine weltweite Resonanz unser Dreadful Dragon.
Very good, but now do it as Christopher Walken.
Duetto Falge, Dreadful Dragon.
This is better.
Pre-order.
This is better than his English Christopher Walken.
In die Wagenburg, Legend.
Legit?
Stop. You're going to like open up a portal to some other dimension. Just stop with the incantations.
He's back
Change it to English and read it.
Here's the thing. Whether you've got a vintage one or you got the new set, and while you probably like an articulated monster that would be there, there's just something inherently charming about the original puppet from the original toy. And even if you have a vintage one, the rubber that they made it out of is like disintegrating on so many of them. So I think this is so cool that you can, get a recreation, albeit a spendy one, to either, put it in your vintage Fright Zone or in your newly released Motu Origins one. I don't know if I've got monies to do it, but it is pretty darn cool. Gare Bears, I know you're a huge Motu fan. You getting this one?
I've already bought 3, Jay. I'm not. The price point is a detriment to it, I think. But it is cool that they're doing it and giving you that option. But if you are interested in it, act fast, because I believe it ends tomorrow.
Yes. And tomorrow at midnight is when this ends. And I am shocked at both of you, right? I am not a Motu collector, but if you guys are true Motu fans, I would think $42, and that you would want a couple of these, right? You would want one because these are prone to crack on like the old sets, right? So even if you just bought one of these brand new for your new Fright Zone, and then you got another one to keep on ice, keep it as a backup. I mean, $42. I mean, maybe even if you only do get one, doesn't seem like a bridge too far in order to truly get the nostalgic feels from your Motu Origins, unless you have the OG puppet, which we all know the only toy tuber who actually has one of these puppets intact is Dole.
No,
we get a Dole. Your parents loved you.
No.
No.
His cave monster turned to powder. My Eternia tracks are all well and dandy. That's why I still call BS on his tracks, folks. That's why I still call BS. No, I have a intact puppet. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm looking at it right now. I will let you two just talk while I go get it real quick. You all talk amongst yourselves.
I'd hate for it to be Thanos snapped live.
Oh no.
So we'll see if it survived. If Jay already has one. Gary, do you have like an old one that's kind of intact? Do you have a sock that you fashioned to at least kind of do it?
No, but when Disney's Dinosaur came out, McDonald's released dinosaur hand puppets that could probably work. And they're a whole lot cheaper.
You could also do the Pizza Hut Land Before Time.
That's
hand
true.
Puppets as well.
That's true.
I think Magellan from, again, Pizza Hut, the Eureka's Castle hand puppets could be your Fright Zone monster.
Put the Casper hand puppets from Pizza Hut.
Sure, you could just get creative. Just use all kinds of puppets. It's just
a giant friendly ghost.
Exactly. There you go. This, I don't know. It doesn't seem that crazy to me, but maybe it's because I collect so specifically that when something like this comes along, I absolutely would have bought it up. See that one? So what you need to do is preserve that one.
It comes along, and it looks
with the strength to carry on.
So yeah, this one. God, where did I got this in a collection, I think. But if you look, the original person put a rubber band around it, and then it kind of fused with the plastic. So what I did to kind of keep the puppet upright in my display is I put this bottle in it, and then I put a little fishing string, and then kind of pull it up so it could be kind of,
keep tension on it. No, that's smart.
You MacGyvered that, man.
You've cantilevered the puppet. It's very clever.
Yeah. But even still, just a little breeze could disintegrate this thing.
True. Don't sneeze.
But this will get replaced in my display with the new Motu Origins one anyhow. So that's why I would kind of like a new one that could do it old school style if I need to.
Yeah. And then you could play with the newer one. I'm just putting it out there. What's a $42 puppet to add to your? How much was Fright Zone? Fright Zone was only $100, right?
What?
Fright Zone was only like $100, wasn't it? Like it was on the cheaper side because when we were comparing it to the Snake Layer. Yeah. So okay, pretend like the puppet comes with it. Would you have paid $150 for Fright Zone?
Yeah, if it just came with it. But this is coming from like Germany.
Okay.
Who knows if they'll be delivering packages from Germany? I could be dropping $42
no.
and still not get it.
Woof. You're right. DHL apparently has been doing more
I know that
international
we're getting it
shipping.
back. I think Hobby Link's
Yeah.
with the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully, whatever. But there's no guarantees in life.
Nope.
That's fair.
Oh, here we go. Memes from an attorney. Yeah. They charge as much for shipping as for the puppets, so it's enough. Yeah, so $80? Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Plus tariffs, dear leaders tariffs. Like, come on, too much.
Yep.
Too
I guess
much.
you guys aren't really Motu fans. That's fine. No, it's okay.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's good.
I just need some enterprising creator to do this stateside, and then we'll be fine.
Sure.
And then we'll be fine. I think is that mostly everything? Do we have a link to
Johnny Nostalgia's
Yeah, we
Kofi
gotta-
right there. Yeah.
the last day? And then
His art is looking good. You guys better back that thing up and buy this backdrop.
Here it is. I'll put a link
There it is.
in the chat, folks.
You can buy multiple. You
on
can mirror them. Today's the last day. Midnight, I think, is when it closes. So,
Yep.
as we watch right now, go on and support Johnny Nos.
Exactly. Give him some love.
Even as I was kind of redoing my display, I was like, so I put my party wagon up here, and I was looking at it, and I was like, those windows look kind of empty. So I am going to go on to his Ko-fi, and I'm going to get the cartoony windows, like the inserts that you can put on the party wagon.
Yep.
I don't have a street scene anymore, but I'm still going to back a fellow toy tuber.
Well,
right?
I think it still functions so well, even if you don't have the street scene, you know?
That's true. As far as just setting it up back
Put it
like,
in, yeah,
on a shelf.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Just
Looks
setting a
good.
scene for your figures.
So put a link in the chat. We'll put one in the description as well. So do not miss out. But actually, by the time you see this tomorrow, it'll already be closed. Your chance will be gone.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I got coffee with old Johnny New Toys this week. And he was supposed to have his play button by then. But he didn't. It got delayed. So I was kind of hoping he would just bring it into the, our coffee conversation.
Bring it all over the place.
Yeah, just like kind of. I was hoping he'd be walking in with it, kind of like on his hip, like a baby or whatever.
Yeah, he was saying that you can buy as many as you want. So
Yeah.
I really want him to take whatever earnings he gets from these backdrops.
Yeah.
And just put all of that money, invest in himself and his dreams by buying a bunch of those play buttons.
Yeah.
And then just have them all over the place in his house or
nice.
he goes
I
about
just
like
put
in his
every room.
car. He should do it. He earned it. We're excited for him.
It is
We're proud of him.
$100 per one of those things, though, so it's a little spendy.
He's got it.
But anywho, all right, folks. I think that's gonna wrap up this week's show. Major quippage, Scotty Quippin, the great Quippinator. Quip to the quip to quip.
Too legit to the quip to quit. Too quit. Quip to quit. Yeah.
Too
Okay.
legit to quit.
Too legit. Too legit. What was quip?
Yeah. I'm trying to do like a cue. It's not going well.
Anywho, 2 backdrop sales will pay for exactly. Well, his profit margin on the backdrops are pretty thin, so he'd probably sell quite a few to make up the $100. JNYCC, I don't know. Our panel didn't get approved, so if I can get freebie tickets, maybe. But Colleen and I will be in New York City the following weekend because we got tickets to see Leslie Odom Jr. in Hamilton, which it worked out because we were in Japan when it got announced. And when we were awake in Japan, it was like middle of the night, New York time. So we got tickets for dirt cheap.
Ooh,
and
very nice.
Nicely done.
Anyway, keep working on your stand-up tight 5. I got no tight 5. Loose as 5. All right. Quip, anything going on in your world that you want to share?
Nothing specific. I did. So if it's time to share, I don't know. I don't want to speed through it, but I do want to kind of make mention of the Queso Jones, just because that's opening up this Friday too, just to bring people's attention to it. I don't know if you're familiar with the Queso Jones. There's a
No,
little
I
link.
saw it. It's kind of neat. It's like a
Soft vinyl,
like
Casey Jones
play
and a
on-
carbonite.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
specifically because the sculpt is by Mark Pendley,
clever.
who's one of the artists who sculpt. Well, he's worked with Mondo and he's worked with Bottleneck Gallery.
Mhm.
And so he worked on the Baxter Stockman in the soft vinyl line for Mondo. And so I like spotlighting, a couple of the artists kind of carrying on the tradition of what Mondo's been doing with their packaging. So this is just kind of a cool, fun thing. Kickstarter starts this Friday at 12 p.m. and there are a couple of different variants. So
I hope it doesn't get shut down. That's all I'll say.
I hope that they don't
Paramount
either.
is very litigious, so fingers crossed. I think it's really cool though. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully it gets support, and I think they've kind of mentioned how they're maneuvering around the legalities to not bring down the wrath of Eastman.
Eastman told it he don't care anymore, but
fair enough. Viacom.
Yeah.
That's true.
Have my own run-ins with those people.
Fair enough. That's true. I forgot about that. Okay, so it's out there. Hopefully there's Kickstarter. Check it out. It's between Toys on Tap and More Horrific on IG. More Horrific is Mark Pendley's kind of IG. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to spotlight them, but nothing specifically that I'm doing this week.
Love it. All right, Gear Bears, anything exciting coming up for you?
I am taking some time this week to work on some videos. I hope to have some stuff out for Halloween. We'll see what happens. It's been a while since I've actually been able to focus and do a video. So
maybe one of the three of us were successful in getting Frosty Fights this week.
That's true. It was not anyone who lives in North Carolina.
No. But you have to tune in to After Dark to hear that story. But Gary, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. I'm hopefully that I forgot how to talk today. Hopefully I will have a video or two, maybe by the end of the week. If not, definitely in the coming days.
Don't miss it, folks. All right, patrons, we'll be hanging out in After Dark in like 10 minutes. Gary and I went to John's shop yesterday, hung out for a good long while, picked up a couple things. Also share my Frosty Fright failures. I'm sure Quip will share his successes. And we'll see you over there. Again, patreon.com/geekdadlife. Go and have some fun. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We'll see you all next time. Hasta luego. And goodbye. Take care, everybody.